Nobody tells you this in school. Nobody puts it on a poster. Nobody teaches it in a business class. But quietly, across every city and every country, the same strange pattern keeps repeating itself. The person who graduated top of their class is working a 9 to 5. The person who barely passed is buying their second property. The overachiever is trading time for salary. The so-called average person is collecting checks while they sleep. And if you've ever noticed this, maybe in your own life, maybe in someone you grew up with, and felt that strange mix of confusion and frustration, this video is going to explain exactly why that happens. Not to make you feel bad. Not to romanticize ignorance. But to show you a structural truth that most intelligent people were never shown. When I say smart, I mean the person who studied hard, who reads, who researches before they decide anything. Who understands complex topics, who can hold sophisticated arguments. The person everyone assumes will be fine. And when I say average, I don't mean lazy or lucky. I mean the person who moves faster than they think. Who is comfortable being wrong in public. Those two descriptions sound like one should win and one should lose. But when you look at who actually builds wealth, the picture is messier than that. Intelligence and wealth are not the same game. They never were. But we were trained to believe they were, and that mistake has cost a lot of brilliant people a lot of years. Think about what school actually rewarded. Memorization. Compliance. Correct answers inside predefined rules. The student who colored inside the lines, raised their hand at the right time, and gave the teacher back exactly what the teacher wanted, that student won. And if you were that student, here's what happened to your identity. You built your entire self-worth around being right. Around being accurate. Around not making mistakes in front of people. That's not a flaw. That was survival. That's what the system paid you for. But here's where it breaks down. Wealth doesn't grade you on accuracy. There is no syllabus for building something. The market will give you feedback, cold, indifferent, often delayed. So the smart person waits. They research more. They model more. They want to be sure before they move. And the average person? They already moved. They already failed once, adjusted, and moved again. They're 3 iterations ahead. Here's the second layer of the trap. Smart people are extremely employable. They solve problems, they increase efficiency, they make organizations function better. So they get hired, promoted, given titles, given raises. And for a long time, it feels like progress. But there is a ceiling you cannot see until you've already been there for a decade. You are working inside someone else's structure. You're optimizing a machine you don't own. The average person who starts a small business has something the brilliant employee doesn't have, uncapped upside. One good decision can multiply their income. One new client can change the trajectory of their year. The structure captures most of the value they create. Intelligent people can visualize failure in high definition. They can see the 15 ways something could go wrong. And so they don't start. The average person cannot see all those risks. And that limitation sometimes acts as an accelerant. They are not braver. They are simply less burdened. And more movement compounds. A lot of intelligent people are chasing the wrong reward. They want to be respected by other intelligent people. They want the prestigious job title. The right institution on their CV. The admiration of their peers. Those things feel valuable because they are inside certain circles, inside certain systems. But prestige does not automatically convert to equity. A title does not compound. Recognition does not appreciate in value over time. Meanwhile, the average person who opens a franchise or buys a rental unit may never get a standing ovation. But their assets are quietly growing every single month. Their equity is compounding. Their net worth is increasing whether they're awake or not. Society confuses prestige with prosperity. Smart people spend decades accumulating one while neglecting the other. Here's the thing that changes everything once you understand it. Intelligence optimizes for accuracy. Wealth optimizes for leverage. Accuracy means you get the right answer. Leverage means one action produces multiplied results. You can be the most accurate person in the room and still be paid by the hour. You can be a mediocre thinker who owns a system that generates value while you sleep. The highest earning individuals are not the smartest. They are the most leveraged. They have ownership. They have distribution. They have systems that work without their constant presence. The same intelligence that could build leverage is often redirected by conditioning, by fear, by identity, into perfecting someone else's system. It is not a capacity problem. It is an allocation problem. Your intelligence is not the issue. The question is where that intelligence is being deployed and who benefits from it most. If this is making sense so far, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely helps this reach more people who need to hear it. Now let's keep going, because the most important part is coming up. I'm not telling you to drop out. I'm not saying education is worthless. What I'm saying is this. The skills that made you successful in academic systems are not the same skills that build financial freedom. If you haven't learned ownership, leverage, risk tolerance, persuasion, and iteration, intelligence alone will not close that gap. The solution is not to become less intelligent. The solution is to redirect that intelligence. To study ownership the way you study textbooks. To analyze cash flow the way you analyze data. To treat negotiation as a discipline worth mastering. To get comfortable being imperfect in public while something you own quietly grows. Intelligence plus leverage is a powerful combination. Intelligence alone, inside someone else's structure, is just well-paid compliance. So here's where I'll leave you. And I want you to actually sit with this. Think about where your intelligence is currently deployed. Are you using it to make someone else's system run better? Are you using it to earn admiration from people inside the same system? Are you optimizing for a promotion inside a structure you do not own? Or are you using it to build something that can grow without you present? The gap between smart people who stay broke and average people who build wealth is not talent. It's not luck. One group plays the accuracy game. The other plays the leverage game. Over decades, those two games produce completely different lives. You already have the cognitive tools required. The real question is whether you are willing to use them differently. Once you see the difference between admiration and ownership, you can't unsee it. Do you believe the systems we grew up in misdirect intelligent people away from wealth? Drop your perspective in the comments. If this landed for you, share it with someone smart who needs to hear it. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.